So we've all heard of seasonal affective disorder. People sit there and during the winter get the winter blues by late January, February. They're depressed because it's been cold and they're the sunlight being reduced throughout the day. Adds to that. But there's actually this thing called summer affective disorder or summer seasonal affective disorder for people like me who hate the summer. It's my least favorite season, and I don't mind the darkness during the winter. That doesn't bother me. It's the heat. For whatever reason, ever since I was a kid, could not tolerate the heat. And I know there's other people out there like me. I know there are. And so I did some research because lately, it's now, I don't know, the first week of September. I think it's September 5th or 4th. I don't know. And it's just realize how depressed I am that it's still 85 freaking degrees outside. 85. And I'm like, and I'm in Kentucky. And it is just, to me, I hate going outside. I hate the bugs. I hate the heat. I hate everything about it. Now, I can go to a gym, work out, sweat, and that doesn't bother me. But get me outside, even at a pool, I am just like, it's just too hot. I can't deal with it. And I know a lot of people who are like that. And the other day, I think it was like 75 degrees. My husband and I went for a walk, and there's this nice cool breeze, not cold, but slightly cool, enough that gave me a slight hint of fall. And let me tell you, my mood lifted. I got so much done after we walked because I just felt like, oh my gosh, fall is almost here. And then I got back into the high 80s. And then I was just like sitting here super freaking depressed and realizing that this is an actual thing. And obviously it doesn't affect me as badly as I'm sure it does some other people. But I see a lot of people on my Facebook feed where they are just in a slump right now because it's just, you think September, fall, but it really doesn't cool down, especially in Kentucky, until late September, early October, if we're lucky. And that is just depressing from somebody who's from New York, where it usually starts to cool down mid to late September. So it's just depressing. And everybody says, well, why don't you move? Well, I can't because, see, I've been married for 23 years and I love my husband dearly. He likes the heat. He doesn't like the cold. So I would love to move to Montana, Alaska, give me something up north. And he wanted to move to Texas when we were trying to decide where we wanted to live. And I said, oh, hell no to Texas. There's no way I'm moving down there. It is like hotter than the Hades. Ain't going there. So we had a compromise somewhere in the middle, somewhere near mountains, things like that. So we kind of live in the northeast section of Kentucky, which is, moderate in temperature. I still get my snow, but it's not as cold as it was up in Western New York where we're from. But so if you do suffer from this, I was doing some research and it makes somewhat sense. It has to do with, I think, thermoregulation of our bodies and where the heat really affects us negatively. However, they did say that taking a hot bath can actually reset your thermal regulation, causing you to feel better. And I thought, that's really odd. But I realized when I take like a really hot shower, I actually feel better for a few hours afterwards. So it does make sense to a certain extent. Obviously, air conditioning, our house is air conditioning, but even with air conditioning, I don't want to do anything. I had to paint. There's a few rooms I got to paint left in my house. I don't want to do it. I really don't. It's not even because, obviously, I can't open the windows. It's a little too humid to do that with the paint. But I could just close the doors off and just not, just maybe crack a window. But I don't even want to do that. It's a struggle to just do my laundry and do my dishes and get stuff done that I have to get done. Running errands is just, like, ew. Who wants to go out in this freaking heat? And like I said, by this point in the summer, I'm done. I don't want to do any of those summer activities. I didn't want to do them when I was a kid. A pool was kind of fun, but anything else, amusement parks, anything like that, it's just, ugh, I can't stand the heat. Now, I love the sun on me when it's 50 degrees. Perfect. Love it. But I don't like the sun on me when it's 80, 90, or even like in the 70s. It's sometimes a little too hot for me. So if you are depressed because it's not fall time yet and there's no crisp, cool air at night because it's still in the 60s and 70s, you're not alone. It's actual real thing. And if you're really super, super depressed, like you really need help, then, you can always talk to your doctor about it. And some people actually need sometimes some, like not part-time, but, some antidepressants during, like later spring before it gets hot, and just for like 3 months, just to carry them through the summer. So if you do need help, obviously, I would encourage you to do so. But otherwise, if you're just like me, you're just bummed and everything else, you're not alone. Go take a hot shower, maybe, I don't know, and see if that helps. Anyway, have a good day.